How to actually communicate with men. Do you feel like you're giving it your all, you're trying to communicate in a super engaging and funny and awesome, open way to improve your relationship, to increase that connection of yours, and to just bond yourself with your husband or partner or boyfriend, but whatever you're trying, it's still not working, it's still not clicking, and you really do not know what's actually going on? Do you believe men do not really enjoy talking and it's actually difficult to communicate with men? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to actually communicate with men. And if you stay till the end, I have an extra bonus ninja tip for you. Welcome, Lovebug. I'm Vivi. Welcome to Adventure Your World. My channel is all about guiding you to an exceptional relationship. So make sure you subscribe and hit a little notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is released. I hope you enjoyed this video and let's dive right in. So how to actually communicate with men. Hundreds and thousands of years ago, our role as women was being in the community, taking care of the kids, creating that family lifestyle, cooking, and making sure the community is intact. Whereas the man went out the whole day long to go hunting, fishing, doing stuff where they had to focus and work and where they couldn't just sit around and talk all the time. So I truly believe that our differences in communication comes from that time on, and it's still somewhere deep down in our DNA. Communicating with men can totally feel overwhelming. I totally get you. But we women, we want to be understood. We want to share our story. We want to interact and we want to explain ourselves. And therefore, we keep justifying what's actually going on and why we're doing certain things. So I believe our differences in communication come from these old times where the roles were really strictly separated. But we are in the power to create an easy, effortless, and enjoyable conversation that we are longing for with our partner that also enables us to create a deeper connection. So, what are we going to do for that? First, say exactly what you want and don't over communicate. So many times we expect our man to actually know what we want. Or just because we wanted it one time, he should know that we always want it now. Well, that's not really how it works. If you say, I would love to have flowers, does he really know what kind of flowers you like? So number one, say exactly what you want and be precise, be detailed. Men are not good at guessing or reading your mind. Same as our subconscious mind, they need precise orders so it's easy for them to actually deliver what we're asking for. So what do I mean by that? If you say, I love flowers, your brain is like looking for flowers, 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 flowers. Where there's pink flowers, there's roses, there's all kinds of different flowers around. And you're like, flowers. Well, which flowers is she talking about? In the brain of your partner, the same thing is happening. Flowers. Roses, red roses, pink roses, yellow roses, blue roses. Oh wait, there's also all these other flowers. What is she actually talking about? Does she want one flower? Does she want a whole bunch of roses? Does she want a beautiful, different colored flower thingy? What does she actually want? So be really precise so you husband can deliver what you want and can serve your needs. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. Number two, don't overcomplicate things. Women always share way too much, and a lot of times it's really unnecessary things. I remember one of my friends, she kept on sharing with her partner what her friends had for lunch, and her partner was just listening, but he wasn't really interested. I mean, do you really care about what your friends had for lunch and how much were they eating? Well, not really. So keep it to the point. Look for things like, is this conversation necessary? Is it engaging? Is it about us? Is it about serving the relationship? Is it getting to know us better? Talking about ourselves, how we can improve us, our relationship, our life, our business, our work, whatever you're doing? Or is it just chit-chatting what everyone around you is doing and it's actually of non-importance and totally uninteresting? Number three, Men want to feel loved and they want to feel safe in a relationship. So communicate that through your verbal and non-verbal communication. Show him that your home, being with you, is his safe place. That there's nothing that he can do to really upset you, to really tear this relationship apart from like a really few things that you should have set boundaries before. But make sure he knows where his safe place is and show him the safety in your relationship. Number 4, give your man short and precise compliments. Do not overcomplicate it, but let him know that I'm freaking proud of you. You make me feel so grateful that I'm with a guy like you. I'm so incredibly thankful for you doing the dishes, for you cooking. Know you're gonna have an amazing day with your friends, so go and enjoy it. I love you, I'm proud of you. Give him these short little compliments that elevate his state of being, his happiness, his vibration, and that just give him the little confidence boost and just appreciation that carries him through the day. It actually really works according to several different studies that even if you encourage your husband or your partner just a little bit, it will show in his state of being and his actions. So keep on doing that. Let me know in the comments below the one thing you're gonna start changing in the communication with your man from now on. So let's carry on with number 5. Guys are not really made to dwell on things. So after a fight, when it's seemingly over and you're not arguing and discussing it anymore, for him, the fight is over and you're fine. So he's actually not always saying, I'm sorry, to actually end the fight. When the verbal attacks and discussion is over, they'll move on because in their mind, it's done. So you do not need to wait for him to say, I'm sorry, or to actually end the fight, because for him, it's already gone. So while you're still dwelling on the conflict, he has already moved on. And by you keeping on dwelling, it actually creates more conflict because he will want to fix it. Because men are here to fix us. If there's an emotion, something that isn't right, they directly want to fix it. The problem is, we do not want it to be fixed. We want to be understood. Number 7, if you feel that your partner isn't sharing a lot about himself, it might just be that you never have asked the right questions. If you want him to talk more, ask open questions. Open it up for him to take the conversation in whatever kind of direction and then take it from there. Also, do not judge his answer. If you think, well, I know my partner and I know he's gonna say this or that, are you sure you really know your partner? Do you even really know yourself? Do you really know your parents and all people around it? Well, I'm not sure about that, but I believe that if this is your partner and this is you, you know this little part, these fingers here together from each other, but all this other part, nobody ever will get to know that part from you. It's really, really hard to really fully know a person. I believe it's impossible because we also keep on changing while we keep on learning and growing. So ask open questions. Do not assume the answer, because by assuming the answer, you put your blinders on and you're like, well, this is what I know. This is what I know he's gonna tell me, but all the other beautiful things around him and what else is there and what else he might want to share, I'm not gonna see it, and I'm choose not to see it because I'm just focusing on what I already know. And there is things that you don't know about him, and then there's other things that you don't know about him. So imagine you just know the tip of the iceberg of him. So never assume that you know his answer or you know what he would do or act or what he actually wants. Number 8. Your partner doesn't owe you anything. So if he does something for you, even if he does it daily or on a regular basis, be grateful for it, acknowledge it, and be thankful for it. Because imagine he's putting effort in making you happy and being a good partner, and you just take it for granted. Well, after a few weeks, months, or years, he's not going to do it anymore because it's already expected. It's nothing special. And now, instead of being grateful, if he doesn't do it, you're gonna be stressed or unhappy or frustrated or get even angry. So keep on acknowledging, on being thankful, and just showing your partner that you appreciate him. The more gratitude you express and the less you demand or expect him to do, the easier and more flowy your communication is gonna be, because he knows that if you want to communicate, it's not about something negative. It's not that, again, he didn't pick up his clothes on the floor, he did leave the toilet seat open, he didn't pick up the kids at time from school. All these times he knows, well, there's beautiful things involved as well. So that's when he wants to actually communicate with you. He's scared of communication because he associates it with all these negative feelings. He's only scared of or avoiding communication if he associates it with the negativity. If he already knows that you're going to complain, that you're going to be unhappy, that you're going to have all this negative emotion expressing towards him. So that is when he doesn't want to communicate. So try to avoid that by consciously bringing in the joy, expressing the gratitude, and really communicating all the positive and uplifting things about him, about your life together, and about your relationship. Number 9, if you're unsatisfied or unhappy with anything he does in your relationship, make it about yourself and communicate with an I statement. Do not make the big mistake and say, well, you never do that, and you never do that, and you never help me, and you don't even love me anymore, and you don't even make me feel that I'm important, and you don't even care about me anymore, and you don't even take me out for dinners anymore, and you and you and you. This is the worst thing you can do. And instead of actually him fixing the problem and bringing you more together, he's gonna distance himself like, holy shit, I'm doing everything wrong. What I'm supposed to do? Communicate like, I want to feel more loved. I would love to spend more time with you. I would love to go on date night with you every single week. I would love to start having breakfast with you. All these little things communicated from your point of view, what you want, make it about yourself and never about him. Number 10, listen. I know this might seem obvious, but most of the time we're not actually listening to what's actually going on. We have our idea, our story of a situation in the mind, so we keep on focusing on that and we're just preparing what we're going to say while our partner is talking, instead of consciously and actively listening and then taking the conversation from there. So many times our partner is giving us hints, he's actually talking about it, but we're not picking it up because we're so focused on our own story. Try not to interrupt him, give him space to let the words flow out, and if you really don't understand something or you need to interrupt him, try to do it later on and say, well, later on I want to get back to that. What you said before, I want to clarify it. I want to know what's actually going on here. But once he is in the talk and flow, let him talk. Let him take it away and just listen and absorb what he's trying to tell you. So here's my extra ninja bonus tip. Ask questions and don't assume you know the answer. 95% of what we do in our life is on autopilot. So we are people of habits, we have patterns, and we love being in our habits and patterns. If you're serious and committed with making your relationship exceptional, I have a free training for you in the comments below. Go check it out right now. It's an amazing training about communication, how to communicate better with your partner. 5 fundamental steps that you probably aren't doing for an exceptional relationship. I hope you're gonna love it. Well, I know you're gonna love it. If you implement it, it will drastically change your relationship. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up or a dislike if you didn't. Share it with your friends and family so they can learn how to communicate with men as well, because together we rise. Let me know the number 1 thing you learned in this video, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I see you in the next video.